All right, the Yak.
That was low energy, man.
Brought to you by Roback. Brought to you by Roback.
There you go.
Best fit, best feel, the quality, the comfort, the material, everything about Roback is amazing. We love Roback. They got the best hoodies, the best polos, the best joggers. They're so comfortable. They're soft. They're smooth. They're everything that you want in a hoodie, a jogger, all of it. Use code YAK on Roback.com for 20% off your first purchase through the end of the week. That's RHOBACK.com. 20% off all performance hoodies, joggers, and polos with code YAK. Get ready for spring with Roback. Is that better?
I use code YAK
good.
at Roadback. I got 20% off.
Hell yeah.
I know.
What are you guys doing?
Stu tried to throw his gum in the trash, and it missed the trash, and now it's in the pile of clothes. Well, never to be found again.
That's trash also,
That's trash,
Stu.
too.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Extended trash.
Unless you
typo on
watching
that
out there
sweatshirt.
paid for something that looks like it's in that box.
I know. I couldn't help it.
on that, you would have made $1 million.
I'm crying. I'm crying right now. Unbelievable. Stu Feiner in the fucking building.
It's an honor and it's a pleasure. Thank
to
you
see
so much
you.
for having me.
Black patent leather shoes do shine
Yes,
up.
And my nice socks.
And his nice socks.
Yes, yes.
As much as I want to talk to Stu, and that's going to be awesome. Kate, what the fuck is in front of you?
Big cat in the
Whole
building.
team.
I made my own like Chex Mix.
Oh, I thought that was like fudge with M&Ms
Pretzels,
sticking off
M&Ms,
of it.
peanuts.
Oh.
Made my own
Sure.
Chex Mix.
Hi, Dan. How you doing?
What's with the shoes?
I don't know. I got dressed up today. I have a meeting tonight with Dan Katz. Not Dan Katz. Ken Katz.
Jerry Sugar Daddy?
No.
Real estate agent?
No.
Ken Katz.
Saquon Barkley's agent.
Oh.
Jerry Sugar Daddy.
Oh, that's Jerry. Oh, that's the one.
Great dude.
So anyway, we have
Great dude.
we have a tremendous amount on the table, and fingers crossed, and by the grace of God,
He's gonna sign you?
I didn't say that because he.
Dude, are
did-
you getting an agent?
I didn't say that.
Yes.
Well, not
About time.
yes, Stu.
well, not an agent.
Fighting for
obviously,
yourself.
Not an agent for Barstool. That's
No, no, no.
independent.
For football.
But an agent for because today my first comedy show ever goes on sale. I'm going to be playing my father's place July 13th, so it's going to be it's going to be comedy, and I think we're going to have Tank, Doug's, and Jake's as special guests under me. So
So wait, you're getting an agent before you've done your first ever comedy show.
Well,
I like it. Move fast.
Well, the agent specifically is to get national commercials and a second major motion picture about my life to see if that is reality, and to see if I could do some sort of sitcoms and Netflix shows and stuff like that.
Yes.
And then what Ken can do is put me in front of real people, and they would either say yay or nay. But I have a fabulous story, and I think it's time. You know what I mean? I think it's time. So, I'm ready. Look, the two things in life that I would love to do is comedy, and then I can't wait to work, in Chicago doing Barstool Sports Advisors again. Like we said, like you said, your whole life.
So is
That's the show? Wow.
So is the price for Stu Feiner on Barstool Sports Advisors about to go up?
No, because listen, truth be told, and listen, whether I should be getting paid, $5,000 to $10,000 an episode is moot, because I will never ask for a penny, because the main thing is this: I make enough money off the show, to be honest with you. That's numero uno. But when Dave Portnoy called me and said, Stu, I want to bring back your show, Sports Advisors. Me, my father, my uncle watched it in the 90s. You fucking were the best. You made us laugh. I want to rebrand it, Barstool Sports Advisors. What do you need? And I said, I need nothing, Dave, because he's the only guy on the block that offered something to me. ESPN never did. Fox never did. Any of the WFAN radio shows. I went to WFAN with this monster presentation, and I figured they were going to pay me between $5,000 and $10,000 a week. As I found out, that was more than anybody made there, and they what reality? They wanted to charge me $20,000 a week. Forget about me having a show. They wanted so. My loyalty as far as Barstool Sports Advisors is, I'm going to ride into the sunset with you forever.
Love it.
Yes.
Forever.
So no more retirement talk.
No, listen, you squashed that on me in like one post. I was like, and to be honest with you, my wife literally grabbed my balls, and I'm talking literally, and said, "Who the fuck are you to retire? You know, you pissed away all your money in the 80s and 90s. You pissed away $30 million. You didn't want to buy houses. You didn't want to buy buildings. You didn't want to buy strip balls. I was begging you, and we lost $2 million while you were talking to Donald Trump trying to fuck his girlfriend at the time before he married Marla Maples. You're never retiring." So that's why immediately I cleared that up.
Of that.
I'm never
Love that.
retiring. And as you spoke
And
about,
he's the boss.
and as you spoke about, if you, let's say, semi-retire, but for the rest of your life, you could do Barstool Sports Advisors.
Absolutely.
So I'm sailing into the sunset with you forever
go.
with that. So I have a podcast called Only Stew. I used to have another one, Sauce with Stu Finer, but we canned that one. So now it's called Only Stew, and it's me and Alex, my son, and we do anywhere between 45 minutes to
So
not
it's
only
not.
Stu.
It's not only Stu.
Of course it's not.
Oh, yeah. All
It's
right.
Only Stew with Alex.
With Alex.
Right.
Okay,
But I
that's
call it Only Stew like an OnlyFans. Like
No,
I wanted
you should
wanted to do an OnlyFans.
rebrand it.
Just-
No, no,
The
no.
first thing you see is me jerking off, and because
Rebrand it though.
Of course, Alex is on it too.
Only Stu with Alex is a way better name.
you think so?
Yeah.
I like Only Stew because Only Stew sounds like OnlyFans.
Yeah, but only Stu.
Because my claim to
Alex.
fame is this. Let's say my 5 7/8 inch dick is nothing to look at, right? But I have an incredible pee hole, and I still have
Wow.
I still have projectile cum. So even when I jerk off, like if I'm jerking off like this, it comes all over my belly, or I could spit. I could probably reach that little box right there.
No.
But you couldn't reach that box.
Oh, Stu, I've said this before about you, and I mean this in only the complimentary way. You are, you're a caveman trapped from like the 1980s, and I love it. It's like a time machine.
Well, I
How,
have
like
never
you do a
matured.
list,
Right.
and it's like you can't do that, and you're like, man, times have changed. You can't say anything anymore.
Well, I mean, like the list was up, and then Dave called me and said, "Stu, you got to take that down." I took my phone while I was on the phone and I said, "Dave, it's gone." So in other words, it was a mistake.
Whatever, yeah.
I didn't realize it was a mistake.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You are
I
genuinely.
literally
Yeah,
to
yeah,
this
no.
day don't realize it's
Don't
a
understand.
mistake.
Yeah, I don't want you to
thought it
ever
was
change.
funny. Who gives a fuck what I think and what my ranking is? I'm married to the same fucking girl I took to the prom. It isn't like I've ever cheated.
You
It's
got
not like I have
jerked
no
off by your mom.
conquests. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I thought it was
Except for the
just-
pornography, that short 4 months of porn.
and getting
stinted.
jerked off
I
by.
wasn't
his mom.
married yet. I wasn't married
You
yet.
weren't even married then.
Wasn't married yet.
Right.
I wasn't married yet.
Right.
Got married in '88.
Right.
So
You're going to prom, but you weren't married. It was in that gray period.
well, I mean, it was the '70s and the '80s.
I'm
Listen,
advocating.
everybody took like 4 Quaaludes and fucked everybody. You didn't even know who you were fucking. You
That's
know? What I'm
why he's a time machine.
Well, Stu, if you got married in '88, you haven't been married 43 years.
No, I've been going out. No, I've been going out with wire to wire since 1978.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We went out.
Wire to wire, baby.
We went out 10 years in a day
Okay.
and then got married.
All right.
So at year 8, she said, "I'm leaving you," and then I had an engagement party to buy 2 more years.
Nice.
And then
Smart.
and then she said, "If we're not married, I'm leaving you." And I just, you risk your life. And you're like, "Well, what am I going to do here?" And I fucking got married.
Yeah.
Smart.
It's the only woman that I've ever actually like loved. Be honest. Like we had no prenuptials, so she owns my cock and balls. You know what I mean? Like whatever. In front of a judge, she would say, "Look at his post," and the judge would go, "Everything goes to Sandra Finer." You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, look at the ranking.
Yeah. So what else is going on,
True.
guys? I'm happy you're here, Stu. I love seeing you.
I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I don't
Can we go back
minimize
to the
it.
Ev picture, maybe? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
can
feel
I
like I
see
didn't even
the Ev
really get to
picture?
enjoy the Ev picture.
It was.
So
It's.
for a month ago, he said, "If the Nuggets win the title, I'll shave my beard," and that is how he landed on this today. And he did it with a electric, and then he cleaned it up with a razor.
And what was his reaction?
He's pretty embarrassed.
Oh.
Pretty stunned.
I think it looks okay.
I think it looks
Yeah.
fine.
I think he looks good. I think he looks better than with the beard.
Yeah, he looks.
I don't
No 2 ways about it.
know.
Yeah, I think.
Not
he,
even
I think he
close.
needs
Exactly.
the beard. I think
No, the beard was a little scruffy. I think he looks like pretty sharp.
well, he
Looks a lot
What
younger.
what are you surprised by?
I'm not surprised.
Okay, yeah, it looks
Very round.
Oh,
wait a
that's
minute.
tough.
Wait, that's tough.
Without the hat.
That's like when you pop a head off
That's
a
a
Barbie.
different angle.
Yeah, that's.
And,
That's a different angle.
Yeah.
That's a different angle.
He's the best.
Yeah, good on him for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have just not.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could have not.
Yeah.
I would have not.
Yeah.
I would have faced whatever consequences would have came with that.
Which would be none.
I pinched his
You're probably
cheeks
done.
and I went bubbler.
Bubala?
Yeah, because that's what my grandmother would do to anybody
Little
that's
bubala.
cheekies. They go, oh, little bubala, how you doing? Can I take up 8 more seconds of your time, then I'll shut the fuck up?
Go, you do whatever you want.
Of course, do.
So, I had an old school sleepover at my house.
Yes.
It was me, Tank, Doug's, and Jinx. And it was absolutely fucking
Time.
incredible. What?
That was 8 seconds.
Oh, okay.
It was only you.
No, go ahead. I'm
So
kidding.
I just,
Stu,
so
was it only you and them?
yes, my wife was upstairs saying, "If this is what I have to look forward to, I'm leaving you." That's what she said. And my wife, and my son. Well, my son lives in the guest cottage.
So it was you, Jenks, Frank, Doug's, your wife, and your son.
Well, my son was in the guest cottage. He was not with us.
So
Okay.
your wife didn't like how Jenks looked? I feel like he's got a
No,
rounded
she
body.
just thinks that 62-year-olds that have sleepovers are pedophiles, and I'm, I mean,
That's actually
I'm a
fair.
pervert.
Yeah,
I'm
point
I'm
for
a
Sandy.
sociopath, but I'm not a pedophile.
Okay.
There's a big difference.
Put it on the record.
Total
Yes,
difference.
Neither is Brandon.
Neither is Brandon. But if you were,
Oh yeah, okay.
But what I'm saying is that we had the best fucking time ever. I got like a ton of food, barbecued my balls off. I ate nothing because I'm eating squeaky clean, but it was just a great experience. It was a lot of fun. We talked about anything and everything, and we talked for like 10 straight hours of stuff. We watched the movie Air, and then everyone fell asleep at like 4:30, and we woke up at 6:30, and then Tank did his slow roasting of his ribs. We couldn't put the barbecue together, so we had to do it on my barbecue, and then picked up my father at the rehab, brought him over, and we just it was great.
That's
It was just
amazing.
So I
Love
just
that.
want to say sleepovers
What a crew.
are still as good as when you remember when you were 10, 11, 12
yeah.
years old.
yes, you just were a bad kid.
I just didn't want to do my homework.
Right.
Huh.
They were like, well, something has to be wrong with him.
Right.
And then my mom was like, yeah, he has no personality anymore. He's like numb. And they were like, we're probably going to have to put him on some antidepressants, like with the Adderall.
Just keep piling it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, yeah, you're not taking that anymore.
I was
Saved
on
your life.
I was on 80 milligrams of Strattera when I was in high school, which is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
enough to like turn you into a not real person. And then
Yeah.
like I've taken since then like 30 milligrams of like Vyvanse, and it's like the hardest drug
Dude, it's
imaginable.
insane.
Like so the fact of like giving
Yeah.
a kid like 2.5 times that is
Nuts.
fucking.
What was that
nuts.
for? Own attention?
Attention.
In high school?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, you
taking
were
it for
doing it for
attention. yeah.
No, I meant ADD.
ADD. Yeah. But I got skinny, and my grades went through the roof, Stu. So I mean,
My grades did get a lot better.
like a lot better. I went from like 3.6 to like 3.9, or like 3.2 to like.
Well,
like
that's what's
3.8.
important, not you as
I
a
went
person.
from like 1.9 to 2.5
You had a 1.9?
freshman year, yeah.
What an
Failed
idiot!
multiple classes.
That's kind of badass.
You embarrassed when you were
Yeah.
getting like tests handed back?
Yeah, mortified. Dude, I would
Job,
get,
nice job.
have you
That
ever gotten
word.
have you ever gotten a test handed back and it's you literally got a 0%?
Yes.
Yes.
You like tried.
Yes.
Yes.
Tried.
Yes.
It's got zeros.
You can't get a
Yes.
I think it's
zero.
zeros, but I've gotten tests
Like
back where it's like-
22%.
and you're like, holy fuck.
The amount of like
You nail
20s
it?
I got back. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like see me after class.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck me.
It's like when I took the what's the business school one?
MCAT.
MCATs.
No, that's
Cass.
GMAT. I took that and I thought I nailed it. I got like a 610 or
Oh.
something out of like, or maybe it was even like a 590 out of 800. And like, if you get lower than a 700, like you can't go to business school.
Yeah.
Coming out of a test confident, then you come back the next day and it's in
Oh.
the teens. It's never good.
Brutal.
Y'all are it would be mortifying. It was just because I didn't
What
study
subjects
and I
was
didn't do
whipping your
homework.
guys' asses?
Well,
like
it's
that?
You guys are getting zeros and
Math was, I
18s.
was so bad at math.
What's the class about, like
Math I was good
strategics and
at.
ratios and
Calc?
no,
You wouldn't know.
it's not philosophy. It's
Ratios.
Strategics and ratios.
I don't know. There was
not
a
a
class I
class.
took in college that I got like zeros on, and then I just stopped going. I was
I
like,
also-
I just can't show my face here anymore.
Did you guys ever do? I did multiple times, both
Logistics.
in high school and college, where I would just drop down a level and then dominate.
I was
Like I went from
dude, I was
math
in
like
chemistry
one
and
to
held
like
back.
math two.
When everyone was
Like-
in biology, I was
Yeah.
in chemistry in the community.
Yeah, like I did Spanish, and then I had to take
A plus.
Spanish in college. I did intro to Spanish, and I'd
Yeah.
already done like 3 years of Spanish. I was terrible at Spanish, but then intro, it's like the easiest thing ever. I dominated.
Yeah, and
It's the
being
best.
good at a class,
Oh.
you feel like a genius.
The best. Because you're just relearning everything you already learned,
Yeah.
and no one else knows it in the class, and you're just like the man.
I would, dude, in chemistry in the community, they were using my shit as like examples.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, this is how you all should be.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
Yeah, it's the best.
too much.
You
Guys,
just
it's too much.
once I figured out that hack of like, I
Yeah.
can just keep dropping down.
Yeah.
Like every year, instead of progressing, I just go back and do it again.
They
Yeah.
put me in field biology. Like biology is the easiest science, and they had to put me down into field biology. We just went behind the high school and collected bugs.
Yeah.
And that was all we did the whole set. And then in the end, you presented all the bugs you caught, and that was
The
it.
best.
That
Yeah.
was-
That's what all the biology kids in my class did too. They would go collect bugs, and I was
Yeah.
not to collect bugs because I was in a different class. But I did well in high school after that. You can't recover from failing classes though.
Yeah.
Like starting off your GPA in high school with failing classes, it's impossible to recover from.
You should have quit.
Brandon, you're on edge, brother.
Pretty much
You need
did.
to get, is it because the clock's not working? Or
No, I'm
you
fine.
Just get you your Chick-fil-A?
I'm fine.
Chick-fil-A here.
I'm enjoying myself.
Hmm.
Hearing about you guys in the school and stuff.
Then I fucking aced college, and then I dropped out. But I went out with I had all A's and B's.
Yeah, college is easy.
College was easy.
College is
Yeah,
easy.
It was
So
easier than
easy.
high school.
College is you either go to the class or you read the book.
Mm-hmm. You go to class, you're going to pass. In
Or you
college.
could just
Right.
pretend and they'll still give you a pretty good grade.
But like I would do half and half. I would half the classes I would just read the book, never go to class, and half the classes I would go to class and never read the book.
If you could just have a rapport with the teacher too, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
High school was a fucking nightmare, dude. I remember walking in between classes and then randomly seeing my parents in the school.
Why?
They were like meeting with the principal.
That wasn't random at all.
Oh no, they wouldn't. My parents wouldn't tell me. Then I'd just be like walking, and I'd be like, "Is that my dad?" It's a fucking nightmare.
You must have randomly been.
And then you just gotta sit in school for the rest of the day, being like, "I'm gonna get fucking screamed at when I get home." It sucked.
Oh God, that's funny.
What were they trying? What were they trying to figure out?
Putting on more drugs.
Why are they scream at you? It's not your fault that you need to be on drugs.
I wouldn't do my homework.
Did you attend class? I mean, did you go?
Homework sucks. They
Skip
should
a lot?
You shouldn't
No.
keep
Can't
you
see
home.
you. I
skip
can't see you
sucked.
not doing your homework. I feel like you'd be too neurotic to not turn something in.
Dude, I would be like in the bathroom, like with the paper up against the wall, trying to scribble that. Because like a lot of classes, they would just look to see if you even tried the homework.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I didn't even try.
Oh, that was the best on math.
Yeah.
On math tests.
Yeah, they just
or like
give it a glimpse.
when you figured out that you could look at the back of the book for every odd number answer, and you just like scribble,
Yeah.
showing your work.
Dude, in Spanish was the bad one. Spanish was my rough one. And I would use Google Translate for the homework, obviously, and I would finish in 30 seconds. But then we would go around the class and we would translate the entire paper, and I would never know how to translate it. And she would make me get the dictionary and scroll through the entire thing. And it would take like 10 minutes, the whole class waiting for me to figure out what it meant. Dude, it was so bad.
Could never be KB.
Nah.
Was
KB's a
bilingual
rock star,
ass.
bro.
Youngest geography bee champ in
No,
St.
I'm
Vincent's
fucking
history.
the worst at Spanish.
No.
Did you win a geography bee?
2.
Whoa. Hell yes.
What was the question that
age?
you wanted
Yeah,
on?
what was the winning question?
I don't remember.
Lie.
You bodied a bunch of 8th graders. You were in.
I just they
Fourth
memorized everything. It's not a skill.
Oh, it is.
I don't think it's a skill.
Did you
I'll
just
finished
go
second
across
2
the
years
map,
ago.
like corner by
That's a
corner?
gift.
Like, how do you
Yeah.
study for that? Like,
No, not like that. They would give us. There was like a geography B book that my mom made me read.
What's the biggest lake in Asia?
The Caspian Sea,
I don't know.
deepest Baikal.
That's you?
Yeah, youngest in history.
What the fuck?
Well, everybody else
Look
is
how
an
small
adult.
I was.
I was a
because I
toddler.
was a toddler.
He demolished the adult competition.
oh, the Caspian Sea. He got it right.
That's not a hard one.
Bro, you're shorter
You
than
knew
this
that?
dude's
I didn't
tie
know
next
that.
to
I'm
you.
I look
idea.
so short in that
It's
picture.
the highest mountain in Europe.
It was hanging on my wall, and every day I would wake up
Oh my gosh.
shortly, and
Dominated,
look at that
dude.
picture, and
Shortly?
I was so depressed about my height.
And then just study the fuck out of some
Yeah, I was
geography.
like, I have to go to Princeton.
What's a high mountain?
Look at that.
It looks so old too.
Baby.
Where's a
You-
tall
it looks
place I could
ancient.
stand?
They're adults. You beat adults.
That dude behind you's 36.
We thought he was. He had the skills of a
What a
36
monster.
football.
Oh.
Rest in peace,
Dope.
Mr. Weiskircher died shortly after this.
Oh.
Mr. Weiskircher did?
Mr. Weiskircher did.
R.I.P.
He wanted to see me go to the National B so bad. That's what he was holding out for, like survival wise.
like Joe Paterno.
I've choked so hard at the state B.
What happened?
No.
So I just
It's the pressure
I
of the
can't take
moment.
pressure. I was like in the spelling bee, I misspelled graph.
How'd
You mean
spell it?
GRAPH?
FF. I freaked out.
You
FF?
Couldn't
You
handle.
FF
I couldn't
graph?
handle the pressure of spelling in front of a crowd. Misspelled graph and Newton.
My boy Logan
Oh.
Seiler put hyphen in background in the spelling bee. He said hyphen out loud.
Oh.